Hello from Mars.
Hello from Mars. We're on a different planet right now. Look at this. Somehow we're actually able to breathe in this atmosphere, so it's super cool. Actually, it's Earth. Just kidding.
We are in Arizona.
At the Petrified Forest National Park, aka the Painted Desert.
Specifically in the Blue Mesa.
Yeah, this is really amazing. So this is one of those spots where, like, if you drove through, it's like 3.5 miles off the main route, and then when you drive around, you don't really see anything. But if you get out of the car, go about a quarter mile even, then you start going down into this canyon, and it's like you're in another planet completely. And it doesn't look like this from the outside. And I had the good fortune of being here years ago with a good guide, a local person who told me about it, and now I get to share this with my family. So what we want to talk to you guys about today is, we have a global community all over the planet. We're so fortunate to have loved ones who live everywhere or go everywhere, including those of you who are watching. And then when we go to those areas, we love acting like locals and not just staying in a hotel and having an
Doing
elevator.
all the touristy things.
Yeah,
we do some of those.
We do some of that stuff, but we want to really do what the locals do. So we want to talk about how we do that, how we find stuff like this, and how you can do that as well.
So you can start by checking out tips on, your usual Google search and whatnot. That gives you a little flavor. TripAdvisor is really helpful for finding some touristy things and not touristy things.
Yeah, that's really the best way to begin is both Yelp and TripAdvisor. They'll tell you the best parks to go to, like playgrounds for kids, or restaurants or things like that. Then what we do is we kind of chat with the waiter or waitress. We talk to other families who are at the park. I was just at Whole Foods the other day in Sedona, and this woman was like, okay, the best places to go are X, Y, and Z. And I found literally what I think is the best playground that we've been to, Sunset Park, which is just super duper awesome. So
and if you're coming in late, like let's say you don't have time to stop at a grocery store and get to know new people, or go to a restaurant and get to know locals, then I suggest you hop on Google Maps actually and type in playground, because when it pulls up, you can do the little zoom around
360 view
and see what types of toys there are, what it looks like, and how safe it looks, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that's a great way to meet other parents. When we were in LA, we started chatting with other parents where the kids were playing. They said, oh, the rooftop at this hotel is really cool, or we go to this part of this time of day and don't go over here. So it's just starting that conversation with people. And usually if you have kids, it's super easy because they'll kind of play with each other, and we say, oh, how old is yours? Oh, and this is Avi, or this is Zion. What's your kid's name? And then we go from there and we chat about, oh, are you from here? And it's just a really easy way to get that conversation going really slowly. If you don't have kids, that's totally cool. That's why I usually like going to establishments like coffee shops or restaurants, and the barista or the bartender or waiter
or the person you're sharing a table with,
depending on the restaurant, are all really good. I've had people save my life sometimes in situations where I didn't even know where I could sleep that night, just by talking to clerks at grocery stores. So you can kind of go anywhere and just kind of inquire, be like, hey, I'm just kind of here, here's my story, and do that.
Another great resource that I used a lot when I was not with the whole family was Couchsurfing.org. Really awesome site. If you don't have a lot of cash and you're looking for a way to travel and have an adventure, you can go on there. People host all around the world, and it's free, and it's built on community. So you're supposed to take your host out for a drink or make them dinner. It's really a bonding experience, and they almost always know the best spots in town to go to. And if you don't even want to stay at a local couch surfer's house, they have meetups all over, so you can go to a bar and hang out with folks and get more tips and meet travelers from all around the globe.
That's very, very good. Yeah, so that's a huge way to do it. And the other thing is, I think to feel like a local, it's great to have a key to your own place, to kind of have your parking spot, or be able to cook a meal there. So we always use Airbnb versus staying at a hotel or something like that. The other hack is, if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you have flexibility as to where you want to go or when you want to go, we have been really, really lucky. I'll let Ari tell this one. We've been really lucky with people who've been opening up their homes for us to do this.
We actually got to stay at a friend's house who I adore, who has kids and needed a dog sitter and house sitter. So we took over their whole house, 3-bedroom house, lots of toys, and in a perfect neighborhood, and we got to do so many cool things thanks to the fact that she needed a house sitter. And we took care of their sweet dog, and we just felt like family and instantly plugged into the community.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Because you can sink right into that home, because it's already home.
Yeah, and everybody felt like their needs were taken care of, and they're like, yeah, come on back anytime. We're like, yeah, we'll switch you houses us sometime if we ever have a house.
Yeah. And so yeah, and, I mean, we've done this in LA, in San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago. I mean, a lot of places. So it's just, we just posted on Facebook like, hey, we're going to be in this area in this month, or is anyone going on vacation and want a dog sitter or a pet sitter? And people are just like, hey, actually, it'd be really great if you can come and hang out, and we'd love to have you here. And then we always do something really sweet for them at the end, like, you know, like do the loads of laundry that they have left behind,
Leave
or
some cool
we'll leave some cool
chocolates.
chocolates or other local things that we find kind of as a little memento.
Thank you.
So yeah, memento of our gratitude. So
One more thought.
yeah.
If you are not able to travel right now, for some reason you have to stay put, we really encourage you to get connected to local travelers in your area via going out and just meeting people and talking to folks at your table and saying hi to people who look like they are traveling through your neck of the woods. Building that community, you never know when it will become really useful, and it's great to know people everywhere you go.
Yeah, completely. I have met, and I talk about this in my talks, but I've met some of the most amazing people in my life just by starting a conversation with a stranger and saying hello. These people have been life partners, business partners, best friends, just completely life-changing, awesome people, because I decided to start a conversation with a stranger. And if you're unsure of how to do it, I always teach people the 3-word intro. Super simple.
What is the 3-word intro?
The 3-word intro goes like this. You come in, you put out your hand, and you say, hi, I'm Jamin. That's it. Now, of course, if your name is not Jamin, replace your name with my name.
I was going to make a joke.
Yeah, that's my usual joke. I hope you liked it. And that's all it is. I mean, it could be 4 or 5 words. Hey, how's it going? I'm Ari, or hey, what's up? But 99% of the time, if you go up to someone, shake their hand and tell them your name, they will tell you their name back. It's 1% of the time it'll look kind of weird and maybe you run away. If that happens, don't worry. The next 99 times will be amazing. So try that out. Start a conversation with anyone in your local community or when you're traveling to make it feel like a local community.
Yep. So with all of that,
From Venus or from Mars,
Mars.
we're out. Bye.
Bye.